Today I had my DJI Mini 4 Pro follow me on my mountain bike ride, and I learned quite a few things, and you're gonna learn a few things about the tracking of this system as well. The last part was something kind of unexpected, even though I thought I understood this drone well. So here it is in auto mode of active track, and what it does, it's really fascinating. It goes through a bunch of patterns. It goes on, hold mode, droney mode, helix, where it circles you. So it's really quite a fascinating feature. But right here it stalled, and basically it was 2 feet above the ground, and it just stopped because the hill was climbing, and it said I can't go through. And right here it got behind a big tree, lost it for about 10 seconds. I thought it'd pick me up again, but it was too long, and it said uh-oh. So what I'm doing is, I am stopping. It makes some audible sounds with the remote, so I restart it. And I'm using a lot of video game sounds so you guys know my success and failures. And boom, it got behind the tree, and it picked me right back up. And that was kind of encouraging, because I thought it could only pick me up if it lost me for 2 seconds. But I think if it's got a good flow, it's gonna expect you right there. It helps it out. Success, picks me up. And I'm slowing down because I hear sounds with the remote on my backpack. So the remote is on my backpack. You could put it on your handlebars, but it's kind of clunky, might fall off. And boom, look at that, not bad. And this one, that's a long span. And another one, this is about 8 seconds, and it gets me back. So pretty darn encouraging, right? So I speed it up. So it's following me for, well, more than a mile, and really cool. I'm gonna crest this hill. Super cool. I'm using an e-bike right away, a Canyon e-bike with fenders, because it's so wet and rainy. This is the only kind of mountain bike I can do these days. And right here, I made it to the crest, and I did something super interesting. I have a long battery, by the way, a 45-minute battery on the Mini 4 Pro. I highly encourage it. And I said, okay, well, let me get my remote out. I'm not using the sticks because I didn't want it to be touched in my backpack. And I'm gonna do a bunch of patterns, some point of interest, and master shot. I'm using master shot right here, I think. And right here, I did something quite interesting, or I didn't do something quite interesting that's gonna cause me a problem. I just kept flying, basically. Never landed a drone. I said, oh, it's all good. This battery will last forever. I have more than enough time. And it's doing these amazing shots in this hilltop. And right here, I said, oh man, let me pursue the light. Maybe I can see the ocean. And I still had battery. I still had, maybe 10, 15 minutes of battery. But then something alarming happened. It said, low battery, warning, I'm gonna return to home in 10 seconds. And I said, okay, it's gonna return to home. But it didn't come back to me. And I had those 3 seconds of panic. I said, oh my God, it's gone. But then I remembered home is where I took off. And this is the really interesting part about this drone. I didn't initiate the return to home. The home point is the spot where it took off from, because I never reset it. And it decided that it barely had enough battery to make it back 2 miles away, and that's why it decided to return home so early. And I did have that moment of panic. I said, oh my God, it's gonna land somewhere out there where I took off. I hope no one finds it or runs over it. And so I rushed back, and here I am rolling back in, and really, what a relief. So what I could have done different is at the top of the hill is I could have reset my home point, and you can reset it to the location of the current drone, or you can just set it at that icon right there where the transmitter is. And I think I'm going to do that from now on as a default. So there you go, an exciting day. Learned something, and I hope you learned something along the way, and let me know if you have any experiences like this.